Now we come to the third, fourth, and fifth dimensions and how that is going to work out. So in the fourth dimension, the veils are thinner. And so a lot of people have been experiencing that. I've heard a lot of people say, I had something in my hands and I turned around and it's gone. My own nephew says that he has put something down on the table and turned back to get it and knew that he put it right there and could not find it and started to get frustrated and upset. And then when he told himself to calm down, be in a state of peace of mind, and he would figure it out. And as soon as he did that, he turned around and it's back where it was, where he knew he had put it. So a lot of people are beginning to experience that, and that's the shift in the dimensions. So in the third dimension, everything is very concrete, very physical, and very logical. And so those who exist primarily in the third dimension may touch occasionally the fourth dimension, hear a thought, see a ghost, have a vision. So the analogy that I was given this morning when I asked about the third, fourth, and fifth dimensional shifts was they told me to imagine a fan. And it has 3 settings. It has low, medium, and high. So they said third dimension would be the low setting, fourth dimension would be the medium setting, and fifth dimension would be the high setting. So if you turn your fan on and you turn it on low, you can literally see the blades going around. And you can count them. You see where there's no confusion about where the blades are. You can see the blades. When you put the fan on medium, the blades turn faster and they almost seem to become one. You can still see the blades, but it's more of like a collective experience with the blades. They almost begin to merge together visually. So then when you put the fan on high, the blades are turning so fast that you can't even see them. You can actually see straight through the fan itself to what's on the other side of it because the blades are turning so fast you cannot see them. So that was the analogy that they gave me this morning in reference to the third dimension, fourth dimension, and fifth dimension. So those of us who have been operating primarily from the fourth dimension, and I think that maybe a lot of us didn't even realize it because I didn't realize that I've been operating primarily from the fourth dimension. But so being in the fourth dimension, you can see the third dimension and interact with it, and the fifth dimension and interact with it. But those who are in the third dimension cannot access the fifth dimension, if that makes sense. In the fourth dimension, the veils are thin, which means that it's easier to hear, see, and feel, and to know things from other dimensions and other realms of existence, including that which is dark. So you need to know what you're doing, and you need to have your discernment in place, and you need to be able to keep yourself positively focused at least the majority of the time, because in the fourth dimension is where you start to create your reality. So right now, as the world, when I say world, I'm talking about the human population and the animals, etc. But so now as the world and the planet get ready to transition or begin their transition into the fourth dimension, you need to be very aware of where you put your focus, what it is that you allow yourself to feel and think about. Keeping in mind that emotions are your thoughts plus your feelings. that equals emotions. Whatever it is that you're thinking, the feeling that goes with it creates an emotion. That emotion is energy in motion. So if you allow yourself to have negative thoughts combined with negative feelings, anger, irritation, fear, sadness, extreme sadness, I should say, then that is going to create an emotion of that is negatively polarized. That negative polarization, that emotion, is going to be energy in motion, and it is going to, that negative polarization is going to assist you in creating a more negative polarized reality. So your task then becomes, for this transition period, to stay as positively focused as you can and to use whatever tools and means that you need to in order to stay positively focused. Relationships are going to begin to dissolve and fall apart because one person may not be able to raise their vibration high enough to stay positively focused, while the other person knows in their heart and soul that they need to make this transition, and so they need to stay positively focused. So accept everything in grace. Do what you can to change things, to make things better for yourself. Do not become focused on saving anybody other than yourself. Stay focused. If you are into meditation, focus love and light for the rest of the world to be able to have an easy transition and to see and know the truth inside themselves. It's not to see and know anybody else's truth. It's not to see and know a political agenda. It's not to see and know the truth about some religion. It's all about what's inside of you. It's all about what's inside of us. This is where the focus needs to be, and it needs to stay positively oriented. All right, I love you all very much. I'm stopping here. I can keep on going. Talk to you soon.